I'm going to talk about my role as a Coleman Fellow, a new fellow, 2014-2015, so 1 year old, and what I've done with what I've learned as a Coleman Fellow over the year. So thank you, Coleman Fellow Foundation for supporting us in what we do. I'm Sharon Morrison, Department of Public Health Education, and I am an associate professor. My area is global health and international health issues, so it made sense for me to transform my course in global health in some way that I could integrate entrepreneurship and specifically a segment on social entrepreneurship that goes hand in hand with some of the issues where the challenges we had. So the course is HEA ENT 307. It's a 300 level course. It's also a general education course, so the audience is mixed. So in this course we have a textbook called Global Health 101, so I threw that out and brought in another book called How to Change the World. I believe that our students are change agents, and they've got great ideas, and they have skill sets that I think will contribute to global health and well-being. So we do a background this time in entrepreneurship, and particularly social entrepreneurship. And what's interesting about this is, as we go along in the course, students begin to make sense of the examples that are, the case studies that are given in terms of solutions, live differently than they would before if it was just a multiple choice or a discussion about the solution itself. When I ask them to apply these concepts that they've learned and what they've read in the book to thinking about global health solutions, then we get a very different range of answers. Next. So, in order to get them from the typical, this is malaria, this is HIV, this is global obesity, this is global aging issues and its challenges, global injuries, Ebola, whatever we're talking about, we have to transition a little bit from what are all the problems to how do we get to solutions. And so one of the things I learned by going to the USASB conference were small steps, go in small steps. And one of the things I took, one of the take-home was one of the activities I did with fellow attendees. And I think I enjoyed this of all activities because it hit the sweet spot. So it's a sweet inspiration. So it's going on a quest for new ideas. The student said it's all done, and I said maybe, maybe not. We've still got more to do. So it's the Oreo cookie challenge. Now, most of the students, if they're from the Western Hemisphere and other countries, know what an Oreo cookie is. It's iconic. And when I ask them, what do you do with an Oreo cookie, unanimously I hear you dunk it in milk. So Oreo cookie dunking in milk. So it's a nice concept because I know everyone's on the same page. So I asked them to think about how creativity and innovation manifests itself. And of course they are stunned and they don't know how they're going to show that. So what I asked them to do is take a look at the Oreo cookie, and I bring in bags of Oreos, lay them out, and I say, don't eat it, just look at it. Turn it around, look at it very carefully. And then what I want you to do is what new things. First I asked them, how could you improve upon the Oreo cookie? And I get a range of responses. Everything from making it square, everything from making it spoon shape so that they can dunk it better. And then I asked them, what kinds of new things and services could you come up with using this concept or this thing that you have in front of you, and apply it to a global health problem. Okay, so next one. So here are some things when they improve upon it. They said, I changed the ingredients inside. Here's the Oreo spoon. Here's the Oreo ice cream sandwich. We've even had the packaging. We've got a power bar Oreo, so they can improve on that. One is a vegan Oreo. So we've had some things they come up with. We've had an Oreo teeny, which is, because you eat it, but you're eating a martini. So trust students to come up with that. So now what I've asked them to do is think about it in terms of a global health issue. Ready?
I guess what are products?
Yes, ma'am.
So one of the ones we talked about was the Oreo has a hard shell on the outside and has a soft center. So malaria was a large issue, and we talked about having, they already make nets for mosquitoes and stuff, but we talked about possibly a portable one, kind of like the idea of the Eno. You have a peppermint, but it's very lightweight in a package, so it would be a super small, like a lightweight net that you carry around in a protective hard shell to use, so it would be portable for wherever you go.
Okay. Now, this is an activity that you give the students time, and what makes it exciting is I put the big clock, the digital clock, and I go, you've got 15 minutes. And so it's ticking away. And I just say free ideas. This is a time when the students just let go and they really roll with these ideas. And it's just really interesting what they'll come up with. What I use these ideas to do now is to move into really honing down on bringing other parts of the content together, bringing it with these ideas, and then asking them to really come up with something that they think could generate income but solve an issue at the same time. When I teach this course in the fall, we have World AIDS Day. When I teach it in the spring, we have World Health Day. The theme this year is diabetes. It's been other themes before, food insecurity and hypertension. So each year, the World Health on April 7th chooses a theme. In the fall, it's World AIDS Day, which is December 1st. So I have themes in which I can work around. And so I designate regions to the students. So they have an income generating venture, and they have to think around these themes and think about the multiple factors and take one of those and solve one of those as a piece of a larger picture. Next. So I have to know something about the region they're working with. So for them to do this, I have the two librarians that I work with. We have Steve Kramer and Leah Lininger come in. Public health person, business person. And the students must consult this. So there are a number of steps. I have 2 modules created on this because I also teach this course online and do the same thing. So I've got 2 whole modules in which they have materials that they need examples of what pitches look like. The pitch has 2 minutes and under. I've moved it from 3 minutes to 2 minutes and under. And the students balk at the 2 minutes because it's impossible. But they do good work. So what they have to do is tell the why, the what, the how, when, and how much. And some do it better than others. Some, at the end of it, will tell me, I'm finally getting how this works. We've got a few that we have suggested that the students enter them in competition. So here is one of the pitches that they've done.
Why does it exist?
It is culturally acceptable, sanitation topics are taboo, and there is governmental corruption.
What problems result from this?
There are increased rates of malnutrition, sexual assault, child mortality, and parasitic infections.
What previous measures have you taken to eradicate this problem?
The government has instated a sacred food program, closed before temples, and a no new, no ID campaign.
Bahar is the 3rd most populated state. Literacy rate is 63%, 55% live in villages, 2 out of every 10 openly defecate, 73% have jobs in the service industry.
The cost of a compost toilet is $3,000 per unit. Space must be set aside for installation. Course materials are required for operation. Manpower will be needed for that. The compost provides an investment and initiates a community effort.
Our global impact will be to promote gender equality and empower women, reduce child mortality, and ensure environmental sustainability.
The compost will be given to farmers within the community and sold to other farmers throughout India. The earnings will be shared equally among the community, encouraging a group effort.
Those unfamiliar with this practice will be encouraged. It's a community effort.
There will be changes in generations to come.
We will annually review progress.
It will improve the health and economic status of the community.
We plan to implement the Slushy campaign in the community through drama, television, education, music, and games for all. We also plan to use art, encourage environmental sustainability, enforce laws, show progression of health improvement, and give rewards to everyone in the community.
Okay. The last one, so they're different, they approach it in different ways. This is the last one, and then this is under 2 minutes.
Imagine that your only source of water is also a source of tea. Hi, my name is Sharon. I'm a program officer with the nonprofit organization Blue, whose mission is providing feasible solutions to safe water globally. And today I'm presenting to you our Blue Nile project, which is focusing on the lack of clean water in Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, there is a population of about 94.1 million people, 39% of which are living under the poverty line. The infant mortality rate is 40%. And all these factors put together can put humans at risk for diarrheal disease and waterborne illnesses. The solution that we are proposing will implement the CLCS approach, which will engage the communities by teaching them how to make their own water filtration systems using recyclable materials in their community. So what they'll do is they'll get a water bottle and they'll stick it right here in the middle and make a little mouth mechanism. And with the extra plastic material, it can make a rectangle and put some holes in it through which the water will flow. And they'll put that in the mouth right here. And then you'll screw open the top and put your gravel or rocks in the top portion. And once you're ready, you can boil the water in a separate container beforehand. And then when you're filtering the water, just run it through the bottle a few times to get the best results. We believe that our solution will have the following social impact. There will be a reduction of diarrheal diseases and waterborne illnesses, which will ultimately lead to a decreased infant mortality rate. Additionally, there will be encouragement of recycling in the community. And finally, for every $1 that's put into water and sanitation care, yields a $4 economic return, therefore stimulating the local economy. Here you see our wonderful Blue team members that we're having on the project. Here's how you can help us. We're looking for donations for our startup costs, donations of resources. We're looking for enthusiastic individuals who would like to help us with our community engagement. We're also welcome to feedback on our business model. And lastly, we would love for you to share our projects and our work with others. Thank you so much.
Okay, so that's a little bit about how I've incrementally moved our class from a typical Global Health 101 course to integrating entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial ideas into the class. Thank you.